Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine, and my name is Dave, and welcome back to another Dexterity Week video where we are looking at Pony Express. That was a flick. Let's do it. Now, this game is super old. I want to go ahead and put that out there now. It's not going to be easy to find. And half of the game is dexterity. Well, you can be the judge, but there is dexterity in it, and I think it warrants being in this week's videos. So, what is Pony Express? Well, you're one of the Pony Express riders trying to get the mail across the West. Now, they have some caricatures of cowboys, a Latinx person right here, and Indians. Now, this came out in 2013. I still am not going to give it a pass, but the appropriation or the caricature of the natives, that's poor judgment. I don't like it. I'm going to go ahead and put that out here now. They should be represented better. Not all of them wore loincloths, and they actually had a whole like attire, really cool, intricate beads. I don't know why I'm getting into it this way, but it's just, I don't like that. And the way they portrayed the kind of Mexican person with a parka, it's very stereotypical of the race. And the cowboy is toony, and so are the horses. So with all the art there, that's my major gripe. I'm going to put that out there, but it's goofy. So I'm going to kind of look beyond it, not giving it a complete pass, but it's a dexterity game, so I'm going to go ahead and check it out. And maybe this art isn't on the box, and maybe the art isn't on the board or on the cards. Well, let me go ahead and show you everything, and we'll take a look now. Let's go. Okay, so this is what comes in the box of Pony Express. It's not too much, but what's in here is nice quality. So the meeples are light, thin, but big, and that is for a reason, because, well, it's a dexterity game and you're going to be involving these meeples in said dexterity game. I like these gold pieces. Now, there are tons of little gems and stuff like that in these games, but I've not seen this color of gold before, so it's kind of pearlescent. They nailed that. Now, the card finish is not a linen finish, and they're pretty thin cards, but they serve their purpose and have decent art. Now, these dice are some of the best dice when it comes to like card dice. They are indented. It's hard to really see that. They're painted, embroidered. I think that's what the people say it, and they're just very, very nice. And then you get the cup that you'll be hiding the dice in. And then the board. The board's really nice. I like the art on it. So let's go ahead and show you that now and how to play. So this is the game set up here for 3 players. Basically what you're trying to do is you are one of the Pony Express workers, and you're trying to go all the way down this track to get to the end and be the first one to do it. If you do that, you win. Now you're going to be going along these spaces, which I'll tell you what these are right now. The first space is TP. You're going to be dueling the Indians. The railroad tracks is you'll spend the money, the gold, to move to the next closest railroad track. The gold here, you'll roll a certain amount of dice to get a certain amount of gold. It'll tell you all up there. And then the card icon is right there, the green one, which you'll get cards that help you do various things. They give you game-breaking things, like you can re-roll, or you can lock some of the dice to a certain face and stuff like that, just to kind of help you out. And the last one here is the saloon. It tells you to literally go up and get a drink from the fridge for someone, and then they have to pay the amount in gold in which they rolled to move. So they might have to pay a lot if they rolled big and landed on a saloon spot. That's all of them, with the exception of the last space here. If you're the first one that gets there, you just win, but if a second or third person gets there, you all will duel. Okay, so what you're doing on your turn is you're rolling these poker dice, and you're rolling them in secret, because you don't want anyone to see them, because you can potentially bluff. And you'll look at them here and you'll say, okay, I keep those. And if so, you just go to the top here and it'll tell you what you get with movement. So if you get a double pair, you get to move 2. In this occasion, we got 3 of a kind, which means we can roll. We can move 3 spaces. Now, if we choose to re-roll, we would have to spend a gold, which everyone starts off and will accumulate over time. You can either roll the dice in front of people and keep the dice that they saved, or they can show what they got and keep what they are rolling secret. Now, wow, look at that! I got 5 of a kind. That legitimately just happened. So I would be moving 7 fragging spaces. That's pretty nice. So again, you will go ahead and roll them, and the person that is closest to you in the track has the opportunity to call your bluff. So if they do say, hey, you don't have 5 of a kind, there's no freaking way. And you say, boom, yeah, I do. And if they're wrong, then they go to jail, which you put your character down flat, and basically you'll be paying to get out of jail, or you can roll to get out there. It's really not the end of the world. Sometimes you can even get gold when you're in jail, but you put your character down flat. Now, if they are right, you will go down flat, and instead they will move those 7 spaces. Now, like what I said, the jail thing here, you can get out of there by rolling a certain amount or just paying. Now, if you don't have any gold at the start of your turn, you get 1 for free. And if you're in last place, you get to re-roll once for free if you want. But after that, you have to pay. Now, if somebody lands on the same spot as you, you two will duel. One person will go over here, one person will go right here, and then you'll take dice, and then you'll be rolling them at the person trying to hit them. And each person will get a shot to do it. Some of the cards do allow you to get multiple shots, but if you hit them, then you will get a certain amount of gold from them, and then everyone will go back to the same spot. Now, if a third person goes to a spot where there are people, then you guys will basically just roll dice, and whoever gets the highest hand, they'll be paying out gold. And the other thing that you can do is, if you land on the TP spots, you will be dueling the Indians, and you'll be going over here, and then you'll be taking the dice and rolling them like bowling and trying to knock over the Indians. If you knock over all 3, then you get 3 pieces of gold. If you only knock over 2, you get 2 pieces of gold, and you have to move back 1 space. This little disc right here goes on spaces for people who aren't dueling, so they know where they are. So you would have to move back as many spaces as Indians that you did not knock over, and you get the amount of gold of the Indians that you did knock over. And that's essentially it. You'll continue to go down here all the way to the end. If you're the last person to do that and nobody can catch up on their last and final turn, then you win. But if a second person comes down to the end with you, then you guys have to duel it out to the death and see who wins. Alright, that is the gameplay. Now let me tell you what I think about it. Let's go. And that is Pony Express. Now this is a Bruno Ferduti game, and Antoine Boza. Love those designers. So what do I think about this one? Gets a 90. Definitely gets a 90. It would have got a little bit more. My major gripe, knocking it down 2-3 points, I think. The art. But again, if it gets reprinted, maybe they can up that. But this game should be in print. It's so fun. It's a bit of a roll and move, absolutely, and there are special spots on the board, so it kind of feels like it's aspiring to be a bit of Candyland on that. But then you have the dexterity aspect, and not many games in my mind right now, other than like maybe Dungeon Fighter, use the dice to hit things or even like roll them to get to a certain point. And the dueling in this one is fantastic. It reminds me a little bit of Flick 'em Up before Flick 'em Up actually came out. Kind of resembles a little bit of Dice Town with the card dice, but that's all. So it has a little bit of everything. The roll and move, bluffing, definitely a lot of bluffing, especially when you're playing me, because I'm pretty good at getting away with things. So that is absolutely fun. Overall, this game is perfect for me. But you have to judge for yourself if you want to pick this game up. You might be able to find it on eBay or something like that. And if I had to put a price on it, like right now, if you wanted to actually go out and get it, I would say no more than $45-50, and not including shipping. I think that is where a good price sits with this game here, because it is so fun and it is out of print. There's not much in this box though. The box is much bigger than all of the pieces in here, and you could basically take the board and everything else in a tiny bag and put it in your backpack and you're fine. But it's big because the board is this way, but they could have puzzled it up and actually made this box a little bit smaller, but I don't think that was their goal. Again, I'm just kind of rambling here, just picking out little things about this game that I kind of noticed. Good and bad, mostly good though. So, if you like this review, please click like, and if you haven't already, click subscribe. And until next time that I see ya, I am Dave here at GameBite, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all of you play. Join me in the next dexterity video, everyone. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.